point 9. It's related to point 8, sort of. You get what you give. I learned this lesson at the Tim Hortons drive-thru. I did. You know, and God love Canada, don't you? Because we have a new church in the land. We do. The Church of Tim. Absolutely. We line up every morning in droves to drop a toonie in the collection plate to get the fritter and the double-double, hey? And only in Canada do we even know what any of those things are. Don't forget the serviettes. I don't want to have to mop up my half done with the toque. You want to say any of that stuff down south? Boy, they just look at, what? Our language is sexy here. I believe that. It is. We have new words for stuff. It's great. But I lined up at Tim Hortons at the drive-thru, ordered my double-double, pulled up to the window. Betty was the lady behind the counter. She said, that'll be $1.14, dear. And I reached into my pocket, and as I was reaching into my pocket for the change, I looked in the mirror. I saw the woman behind me with a $5 bill clenched between her fingers on the top of the steering wheel. I said, is the lady behind me, just out of curiosity, Betty, did she order a coffee too? Well, yes, dear, a medium. Well, I said, you know what? I'll buy that one too. Oh, God love you, dear. Betty was everybody's favorite grandma. She was. She sounded a lot like Mrs. Doubtfire, too. God love you, dear. So I paid for the extra coffee, extra $1.14. And as I pull away very quickly, I notice Betty's arm out the window pointing at my car as the $5 bill is being waved under her nose. I can only surmise what was being said. Well, that handsome young gentleman who just left. How exactly is that a problem? He just bought your coffee, dear. Well, I was on my way out of Red Deer towards Calgary. I'm out on the highway. I look in the rear view, and Mrs. Mario Andretti is coming up behind me. Now, you see a car coming like that when you're south of the border, boy, I tell you, you get a little nervous. When they pull up beside you like this one did and go exactly your speed, you're even more nervous. When they reach between the seats, that's when I go to the ditch. But this is Red Deer, right? She reached down, grabbed her coffee, held it up, and went, thank you. I had the goofiest grin on my face, and I watched her pull ahead, and her head was bobbing, and a big smile on her face. She probably wasn't even going to Calgary. Probably turned around and went back to Red Deer. Just had to say thanks. I love being a Canadian, I really do. So I'm on my way to Calgary, and I'm still smiling 90 minutes later, and I'm laughing, and I'm thinking, well, this is a good day. It was a great day. She had a great day. She had a smile. I had a smile. Geez, you guys all have a smile. That cost me $1.14. That's a pretty cheap day. And you know what? Here's what I learned. You get what you give. If you come home at the end of the day frustrated, it's because today you were frustrating. Oh, that's how it works. You come home angry today, it's because you angered people today. You get it back. Oh, yeah, and you want to find out what's going on in here? Have a quick look out here. If you're surrounded by whiners, moaners, and complainers, it's because they think you're part of the group. Otherwise, they wouldn't be hanging out with you. Positive people are not allowed to hang out with whiners and moaners and complainers. They won't let that happen. Think about it. Have a look at the circle of people that you're surrounded by, because you're just like one of them. You get back exactly what you give. Your results don't lie. You can fool yourself into thinking something else, but at the end of the day, you come home happy, it's because you brought happiness with you to work today. That's how it works. You get what you give. That's point 9. If you get that, the 3 words again with enthusiasm.